Let's take a look at the June 2022 Apocabox. The Apocabox is a bi-monthly survival-based subscription box. Every other month you're going to get a box like this in the mail, and it is stoked full of gear, knowledge, and training. So the Apocabox is $50 plus shipping, and it is something I cannot wait to get. Let's go ahead and pop it open and see what's in here. So now there is a Facebook group, Apocabox Spoilers, that I am a member of. And sometimes there's leaks, sometimes Creeks puts out a picture and you can see something in the background. And everybody in their group goes through a lot of trouble just to see what's in this box. This month, Creek just put out an email. He put it on an email with the pamphlet that's included, describing it. There's no real pictures yet, but he gave a complete description of what's in here. So that's something new. So this is not a complete surprise, but I can definitely tell you I'm looking forward to several of these items in here. So let's pop it open, and right here on top there is a pamphlet, and this goes over what's in the box. It goes over how to use items in the box, and there's a skill challenge as well. So the first item out of the box, this is a balaclava, which is kind of like a ski mask, and this is a pretty light material. We're under a heat advisory here right now, so it's pretty darn warm. I'm not going to try this on, but this is not like a heavyweight ski mask. This is pretty light. This would work really well in the spring. This would work really well in the fall. If you were going to double this up and wear two in the winter, or even if you were packing really light and didn't have a heavy enough blanket for summer camping, something like this would stretch just a sweatshirt and put this over your head. You can use this as a neck gaiter. You can slide this down. You can roll this up and put it on top of your head. So in the pamphlet, this balaclava is known as an Apocalava. So still pretty slick. Lets you represent while you're out in the field. So next out of the box, I've got Warrior Ice. So this is a cold pack that is designed for a individual first aid kit. So this is designed and used by the U.S. military. This is about the right size to fit in a small first aid kit. It's pretty flat. It's a little large, but this actually would fold down pretty well. So this would also work if you were packing your own first aid kit. This folds up pretty small, and this would be a good basis to design your first aid kit around. A cold pack like this, if I'm dealing with a sprain or a sting in the backcountry, this is going to be the first thing I grab. So I've got a box here, and this is kind of a knife-shaped box. Whenever you see a box like this, most knife guys get excited. So this is an Apocabox camp knife. So this is exclusive to Apocabox. And it's got a plastic sheath. It's got a small clip on it. This would also go around a button. There's a lot of similar knives to this on the market that uses this button. So you could use this, put a cord through it and wear it as a neck knife. It'd work pretty well also. It's got a pretty slender blade actually. There's the Apocabox logo. So that is razor sharp right out of the field, scanny grind. This is a nice thin knife. This is going to be handy for processing game. That's probably what I would use this for. This is not a true fillet knife, but this would work better than most people's field knives for a fillet knife. This is going to be a great boning knife. A thin blade like this is going to carve wood just as well. So this does kind of have a rubberized handle, and it's kind of a large handle, which actually fits my hands pretty darn well. I've got a lanyard hole as well in the back of this. So this knife would work as a primary, but it probably would be better suited because it's so lightweight just to add as a backup. All right, so next out of the kit, this is a Solar Sphere fire kit. And what this is this is based on basically a glass sphere or a marble. In the pamphlet that I pre-read before I opened this out of Creek's email, he went into building a fire using a discarded paint can, and he cut the can open and used the marble. So there are directions with this. I am going to probably do a follow-up video on this. I am getting behind on my videos, so I still owe a video on the root tickler, but this is definitely something that's going to be fun to play with in these hot summer months. So I'm getting into some heavy-duty items here, but right on top before I get there, this is a leather patch. So you could use this as a coaster, but I would probably use this as a patch. And this is Creek's logo. So that is pretty darn cool. Next out of the box, this is something that I've always thought was cool, and I've never made one. So kind of looking forward to this. This is a Kalahari bushman's axe. So this is screwed into a board just for transportation so it doesn't bounce around there and cause any damage. This is something I'm excited to see right now, so I'm going to go ahead and unscrew this and show it to you. So here is the Kalahari bush axe, and this is an ultra primitive tool here. This is probably one of mankind's first modern tools, or a steel tool or a copper tool could be very easily hammered into this shape. So you could use this as a knife, you could use it kind of like an ulu, but it's best designed to be installed in a stick. So you're going to, instead of hafting this like you would an actual axe, this is just going to have a hole in it, and you're going to pound it into wood, and the hole's going to, or the back's going to stick out. Pop it, you can take it out and put it back on your belt or use it as a knife again. So this is something that it's easy to make, and I just never made one yet, but I cannot wait to play with this one. So in addition to mounting it as a traditional axe or tomahawk or hatchet, you can also insert this sideways, and then you'd use it like an adze, or you could use it to flatten out a piece of wood. Very cool. This has got some really nice hammer marks on it. It's got that great primitive look to it. This is something I will absolutely be assembling, and you'll see me using this in the future. So I got a few more things left in the box here, and this first one is going to be a Russian backpack. So this Russian backpack, or the Vestmashok, is kind of a unique design. It almost looks like a pillowcase. If I can get the whole thing in frame here. So this is kind of like an old school sling bag with the addition of this pocket in the front. So Creek did include a video on how to tie this. I'm going to do it as well here. So I've just got middle, so I'm going to get middle of the straps. And what essentially you're doing is I'm just making a lark's head. So I've got my loop here. I'm going to put my hand through the loop. I'm going to grab the straps. I'm going to pull it through, kind of just like this. Now I've got this. I'm going to slip my arm through it. So at this point, I can load this bag up and just gather it at the top. Now I'm going to transfer it to my hand with the straps on it, slide the straps down, and then pull. So for you knot guys, you'll see that this is just a simple lark's head, and then because the straps are attached at the bottom, I have just created a backpack. So pretty simple design and very adaptable if this is something you get used to using, or you carry this as an auxiliary bag, maybe for foraging. In a bad times, you could improvise one of these pretty darn easy. The last item in the box is another Apocabox exclusive. This is the Bluegill grill. So this is modeled after Creek's grandpa's grill. So this is something that you can slide this into a haversack or your Russian backpack, carry it with you out fishing, and then you would just prop this on rocks or set this on 4 sticks, have a fire in the middle, and then you can easily make fish over the fire. This would also work for hot dogs. This would work for hamburgers. I guarantee if you take this out and show kids how cool this is, you're going to make lasting memories, and you're going to make a pretty good lunch while you're at it. So if this is the kind of thing you'd like to see, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment in the comment box, and ring the bell to be notified of my latest videos. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Burning River Bushcraft. I also teach outdoor classes at outdoorcore.com. So if you're interested in signing up for the next Apocabox, do it right now. Head over to my Apocabox and sign up. This is $50 plus shipping. So you may get lucky and they might have extras of these boxes, or you may want the previous box. But the surest way to make sure you get one of these is to sign up now for the next box. So the June Apocabox exceeded all my expectations, and I saw what was coming in it. So I kind of had some idea, and the stuff still blew me away. I'm a big fan of cooking stuff. This is not something I go out and buy that much of. So when something comes in a box and Creek selects it, I know it's pretty good. The Wilderness Walk is still my favorite cook system, and this is definitely something that's small enough and thin enough to add. This Russian backpack is a very, very unique design. This is something that I had never had experience with in the past, so that's always good to learn something new. And it's a nice lightweight bag when you already have a bag with you. So this is almost like an overflow bag. This is something that you can pull out of an existing backpack for foraging. When things cool down, I've got this Apocalava to help keep me warm. And I've got this Warrior Ice for my first aid kit. This fire sphere is pretty cool. I'm a big fan of solar ignition, and what better time to do it than the heat of the summer. Creak through in a leather patch, but it's the cutting tools that really set this month's apart for me. This camp knife is a pretty cool one. I like this design. I like the fact that it's a nice thin blade. This is just a great backup, a great spare, something you can slide into one of your kits and just always have a reliable cutting tool with you. But it's this Kalahari Bushman's axe that really makes it for me. This is something I've wanted. This is something that's pretty darn easy if I wanted to fire up the forge, but like I said, it's a heat advisor. I really don't want to be forging anything right now. This is a pretty good reproduction of the Kalahari tribes in Africa's primitive axe. So I can use this as a cutting tool, an adze, an axe. Can't wait to get this thing out and try it. And the skill challenge for this month, which is included in the back, there's a video with it, is making the handle for this. So I will definitely be doing this. Hopefully I can get that video done before the next Apocabox comes out, but I'm getting pretty stacked up right now on videos. So definitely head over, definitely sign up for it. This has been a great Box Creek. Till next time, this has been Jamie Boggs with Burning River Bushcraft. See you soon.